I was much younger, my grandmother called me into her room and she said to me, "Young man, I'm going to share something with you that should change your life forever." But before she continued, she looked at me and she said, "Son, why do you have your face like that?" I said, "How, Grandma?" She said, "It's as if you already know what I'm going to share with you before I even tell you." I said, "Grandma, I am hoping that you're not going to tell me your son is not my father." She looked at me and she smiled. And she said to me, "When I'm finished talking to you, I want you to go, take a look in the mirror, look at your nose, then go and look at your father's nose, and you'll never again question whether or not my son is your father." Oh, what a relief that was. Madam Contest Chair, fellow Toastmasters, and guests, she continued to tell me the reason she called me into the room. But she started in the form of a question. She said, "Young man, if you were able to carry a child for 9 months, give birth to that child, have them come and place that child on your chest, you give thanks to God for that child. And 3 days later, they came to you and said, your child only have 3 months to live. What would you do?" I thought of all the answers that I can give her. But then when I looked at my grandmother, I could not give her an answer. Why? Because there were tears flowing down her cheeks. I said, "Grandma, I really don't know." She said, "Young man, that's exactly what happened to me. You see, there was a war, World War II, and there was a particular pandemic disease that was going around, and any child that was born with that disease lived less than 3 months. My father happened to be one of those children." She said that she thought about it and she asked the doctors, "Can I take my child home so that child can die in my arms?" The doctors agreed, and they allowed her to take that child home. But she said something strange happened. On her way home, she heard a voice. And the voice said to her, "Speak life to your child." She said she looked around because there was no one there. She heard the voice again, "Speak life to your child. Say to your child, you shall live, you shall not die." She said reluctantly she said it. And then she said every morning she would say to that child, "You shall live, you shall not die." She said the child started getting stronger and stronger. But she said what sealed the deal is that one morning she said to that child, "You shall live, you shall not die." The child looked her straight in her eyes, smiled as if to say, "Mommy, I am in agreement with you. I'm going to live. I'm not going to die." Moving forward, a few years ago, I went with my entire family to the Caribbean for a celebration. People came from all over the world. Local television. What were we celebrating? Ladies and gentlemen, we were celebrating my father's 100th birthday. The child that was only supposed to live 3 months was now celebrating 100 years. What's my message to you today? It is that your words have power. They can be life or they can be death to the hearer. And it's very important to remember that you are one of the hearers of your own words. So the next time you're about to say something to someone, stop and ask yourself, Is what I'm about to say a fitly spoken word? Is it going to bring life to the hearer or death? I never forget what happened to me some years ago. Me and my wife were supposed to be attending an event. She know I love the color red, and she bought a red dress. But her mistake was she tried it on before to get my approval. She came out and she asked me the question, honey, do I look fat in this dress? Fellow Toastmasters and guests, without even thinking, you guessed it, I said yes. My wife started crying. And I said to her, what's the matter? She said, you just called me fat. Now, those of you who drive and you have on the GPS and you made a wrong turn and then you hear the GPS saying, recalculating, recalculating. I had to do one of those recalculations. But it was a lie. I had to tell my wife, sweetheart, what I meant to say is that the dress is making you look fat. You're not fat. Do you think it worked? No. I had to sleep on the couch. Now, I want to give you guys some homework because I shared with you that your words have power. So many of us have dreams. You know what a dream is? It's stuck with you. You try to get away from it, but it stays with you. Some of you might have even spoken death to that dream. I want to give you some homework. Go home and speak to your dream. Say, you shall live, you shall not die. What about businesses? It's never too late. I started a business at 67 and it's doing well. Speak to your dreams. Speak to your business. And lastly, marriages. Speak to your marriage. Remember, you're one of the heroes of your own words, so always speak positive. Madam Contest Chair.